Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. What's up guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert to your own research. Today I'm going to review a few altcoins, so let's get to it. This is Dogecoin. Dogecoin is just in an overall long range. There's nothing much going on, low volatility. This one does have great liquidity, but I personally wouldn't really trade this unless you're just like scalping. And even scalping's a bit iffy. You would scalp this one because it has great liquidity, but that's maybe the only reason. I wouldn't be surprised if it taps this low again around 6.5 cents or so. But there's not really any sort of convincing trend here. Still just looks like it's choppy. I mean, you can see range high, range low. Maybe range high like the 0.96 or something like that, or if you want to use the wicks, it's also fine. Kind of like the 10-cent area. This like could be like the range high, range low, and it's just maybe also a part of this like larger range here that we saw back in 2022, where price chopped around for several months, exploded up, and then obviously quickly retraced, and now we're just in a choppy market. Wouldn't really look to buy this one. I mean, if you look at it from higher time frame charts too, you could maybe argue this is just some sort of accumulation where it's just chopping around and maybe with just you know, still moving around. But overall, not really a great buy in my opinion. Not really a great buy. You know, especially it's funny if you look back at these old price history way back in 2020 and before the big moon. But anyways, it's a good example actually of like seeing coins that move really hard and then establishing themselves in the top like 20 or 50 or whatever. And seeing that type of distribution allows for, in my opinion, a lot more sustainability for the coin long term. Like, for example, like Dogecoin is going to stay around for probably as long as crypto does, just because it has so much liquidity, so much trading activity, trading volume. Expected just to continue going for a bit, for a while. And that's because of the insane run. So, you know, when coins do insane, crazy runs and make it all the way up, they will have more staying power. So, like other meme coins that we saw, like Flocky, that one just got listed in Binance, I believe, and that one also was like pretty decent as well. So yeah, there's definitely something to be said about some of these meme tokens that do pretty well. But for now, Dogecoin is not really a coin that I would look to buy. Let's look at XRP. XRP, again, similar story as Dogecoin. I wouldn't really buy this one. It's just kind of just chilling around. To me, it looks like it's still just in this overall kind of this trading range, and this trading range has been here for really almost an entire year. It's been set kind of in this May 22 to May 2023 period. All the EMAs on the weekly are lining up. When this does move, it's going to move hard, and you can make, as I said, you can make the argument that this is like just chopping around for on the weekly for a year, but I'm personally not going to look to trade this one for now. It's again similar to Doge in the sense that it has good liquidity, but I personally don't think it's really one to consider trading. Currently close to this 0.5 move though. It's still just chopping around. I wouldn't buy this personally. SUI, it's been very quickly listed here on Binance. Not really much to say here, honestly. You could maybe fib out the entire price action, and that's something that a lot of people will do. Nail the 0.5 fib overall. But not really much to say. I mean, I actually do think this is going to pump really hard, to be frank and honest with you. I don't know when or where, but like the overall float on this token is really small relative to the overall supply, and it's easy for market makers to manipulate this thing. So To be frank and honest with you, like buying around $1 or something like that would probably be pretty profitable. Now, if Bitcoin makes another leg down, which you should obviously take into consideration if you are trading any altcoin whatsoever, then this is going to go lower. That's just the bottom line. Like it's going to go to like the 0.8, the 82 cents area or something like that for the next level down. But I am a strong believer that this one is going to move pretty hard. I don't know when or how, but in my opinion, it will move hard eventually. And it's not really a bad spot. Like if you want to just buy it and just like hold it for the next few weeks, it probably is going to go higher. As long as, with the caveat that Bitcoin stays okay. If Bitcoin dumps, then this is obviously going much lower to these lower levels. But for now, if Bitcoin stays okay, then this should do pretty well. But long term, I have no idea. This is mostly just like the midterm talking. PEPE looks interesting. This is a key level in my opinion. This is like a strong demand area, and it's chopping around the 0.618 fib. It wouldn't be a bad idea to buy here for the midterm. And to have a disclaimer, I do have a bag of PEPE. I am looking to sell more on the next pump. But in terms of like a short-term target, it wouldn't be necessarily bad to buy and with a target of like maybe a 382 fib or potentially even a little higher, the 236 fib. This is, as I said, a key level. The next level up, in my opinion, would be the 786 fib, and that's kind of like the next area of liquidity, right along that 786 fib area. You can look at the volume profile, but here this is a very, very strong area in my opinion. Lots of volume being transacted around this area. Probably not a bad idea for a swing long, but again, it's really going to depend on Bitcoin. Link has been chopping around for like a year, literally an entire year. If you look at volume profile, it's just like right near the equilibrium of this range. All the EMAs on the daily are lined up, just consolidation. This is just lots of compression. This is just chopping around and doing really nothing. Stablecoin at this point, I'm not going to buy this one personally until it breaks the range high. So around 950 or something like that. That's like, you know, if we see something like this, at that point I'm going to buy because I believe that Link will go strong because it's chopped around in accumulation mode for like a year. This is like a long accumulation period, and I do believe it's going to be strong once it actually does start to move. But it looks like the range lows might get tapped eventually, like the 550. Again, that would require Bitcoin taking a dump, but you know, these types of low bid areas are interesting in my opinion, but not really what I'm going to actively trade right now for myself. Let's look at ARB. ARB is a interesting coin, almost half the 618 fib, and looks like it's having a short-term move up, but I did believe that the dollar area is like a, you know, it's a psychological interesting area of support, and looking like it might move a little higher in the short term, but in my opinion, I think it just needs to chop around a lot more. I would expect something like this to consolidate and maybe chop around a lot more before moving up. It does look like in the short term it could be as strong as 130 though, depending on like Bitcoin. It did do an SR flip of this 0.5 area, the 115, 116 area. Would like to see it kind of close on higher time frame charts above this area, and then you know maybe we see like more moves up, but overall still kind of apprehensive about this one overall. Still think it's a great chain, great project, etc., but would want to wait to see a little bit more for this one. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the support.